Alright guys, welcome back to Project White Fang. I've got the rear bumper removed. I didn't have my cameraman with me when I was pulling the engine. She has school, so what we've gone ahead and done is pulled the engine. And if anybody's ever done any Mustang whatsoever, I never drop the K-member. I pull these right out of the engine bay just like you would a normal car. It's not that hard. Of course, this was only the 3.8 liter, so it wasn't that big of a deal. I've removed the brake booster, and I'm in the process of getting all the brake lines out of the way so I can drop down this K-member. I'm getting rid of the struts up front because I'm going to swap in my coilover kit, so we're going to get that taken care of. I got some bolts loosened. The sway bar down there has already been loosened, so when we go to drop the K-member, once I support it with the jack stand, get all the 2, 4, 6, 8 bolts out, it should drop right down. And a couple of things we just want to look at when we're doing a project like this is, again, right here I've already taken care of removing that brake line. We want to not bend these if we can help it. It's a simple process. I'll show you on the opposite side what has to happen. We'll come around. There's a particular tool that are a little bit better suited for the job, and they look like this. They go around the nut a little bit more securely because these are pretty soft and you don't want to strip these out when you're doing it. So if you ever find a set of brake line tools, go ahead and grab it. And when I put it on there, I want to make sure it's nice and secure, and I actually do a very, very quick pull, a lot of torque, so that I don't strip or round any of the head. So I'm going to come up real fast, and then now it's loose, we're good to go. I'll take that apart. It's got a little spring in here. Sorry, not a spring, a clip. We'll pull that clip out, slide that off, unbolt the K-member. You can see the fluid's already leaking, so that was nice. There's the sway bar bracket from the chassis loosened. So again, sorry about not the step-by-step procedure on this part of taking the 2 engine bolts out and removing the cross member for the tranny, but I literally just pulled up the engine from out and over the engine bay. A lot of repeat process. It's still completely gutted, and that's where we're currently at with Project White Fang. We'll come out here. This is the donor car that we'll be using. That has a full 03 IRS in it, Maximum Motorsport. Actually, there's nothing wrong with that chassis. It's got a actually very clean interior. I try to take care of my stuff. This is gray, but it's pretty clean. The only thing that happened is I hydro-locked the engine on this vehicle, and I dropped in a Mark 8 engine. This actually had a fully built 4.6 out of a 96 Cobra. But the insurance totaled it, and now the chassis is almost useless to me. Come up here and see what's still in here. This is a 98 GT. There's the Mark 8 engine. I will put my Cobra manifold on. I run a 99 Cobra mass air meter, or maybe it was a 2001. I can't remember. Just typical cold air kit. That's pretty much it. I've kept this clean. I don't run any of the hood stuff. I try to keep it as light as possible. So I just run 2 little clean hood pins. This again was a 98 GT, but full on Cobra conversion, Maximum Motorsport K-member. See if we can get up in there. Nah, you can't really see those coilovers, but we'll get to that. But here we are, Project White Fang. Moving forward, about to drop down the K-member, then I'll get to the rear end. Again, it's 2 bolts in the back over there, 2 right here in the front on each side, so a total of 8. And everything's going to drop down as a unit. We're going to remove these 3 bolts right here, and literally the struts will just fall down with it. we'll roll it out of the way and start getting this thing prepped for the conversion. Until then, thanks guys.